Good evening, everybody. So, still doing some tiki. It's getting a little cold in Vermont, but we're going to keep doing tikka. I had to show off my new Hawaiian shirt that just arrived. It came just in time because it came.
I'm coming in close on it.
Oh,
Move your hands there.
it came all the way from China, so it took a while. So, we're going to do a tiki drink. It's sort of a tiki classic, and it's a weird tiki classic. It is the Suffering Bastard. And it seemed an appropriate drink for the week that I had anyway. And look, there's a cat. And this is Watson, and that's his butt. So it seemed like a pretty appropriate drink for the week I had, and definitely for the day Keely had. It's a good thing she's behind the camera today because she is sporting quite a nasty black, red, bloody eye. So she's in need of a suffering bastard as well. So the suffering bastard.
She is the suffering bastard.
Yes, she is the suffering bastard. So I remember seeing this drink on a menu at a bunch of local Chinese restaurants. In particular, one in Cambridge, Mass, called Aku Aku when I was a kid, and they had the very colorful menu, and the suffering bastard was on there. And I'm pretty sure when I was of legal age, I went there and ordered one. And my memory of it is that it had like a licorice flavor to it. So I think it was made with sambuca of all things. So that's like way far gone from the original recipe. The original recipe was created in the 1940s in a bar in Cairo, actually, by a fairly famous bartender named Joe Shalom. And he was a bartender at the Shepherd Hotel in Cairo during World War II, and the bar was frequented by British soldiers who were fighting the Nazis in northern Africa. And they would drink a lot of cheap booze and have nasty hangovers. So Joe Shalom was looking to invent a hangover cure, sort of like a corpse reviver. And so this sort of became the tiki version of the corpse reviver, even though it's nothing like a real corpse reviver. It's intended to cure your hangover or just keep you drunk for the next day. So the recipes vary all over the place. There have been some cocktail historians that have done some research to try and dig up the original recipe, and they think that the original recipe was actually gin and brandy were the main alcohols in it. And then other people say it was gin and bourbon. So gin and bourbon have sort of become the two go-tos now. Some say that Joe Shalom invented different versions of it. There was the suffering bastard, there was the dying bastard, and there was the dead bastard. And some people think that what I'm making is actually the dying bastard. The dead bastard had gin, bourbon, and rum, which sounds dead to me. So, to make a suffering bastard, you need highball glasses with some ice, so I've got those. And you need gin. You want a London dry gin. I've got Plymouth gin, which is a good go-to dry gin. Bourbon, I'm using Eagle Rare Kentucky bourbon. You need ginger beer. A lot of the more modern recipes call for ginger ale, but I think ginger beer is more authentic. And if you want a hangover cure, you want a lot of ginger in it because ginger's good for what ails you. And then some lime juice as well. So we're gonna start in our shaker here. And we need, for each drink, you want an ounce of gin and an ounce of bourbon. So for 2 drinks, we're gonna do, there's 2 ounces of gin. Two ounces of bourbon. And then your lime juice. I've got an ounce, it's about a half an ounce per drink, so there's an ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice. The original recipe is said to have been not lime juice, but lime cordial. And lime cordial is basically a simple syrup made with lime. So if you like a sweeter drink, you could do half lime juice, half simple syrup. But we're not into the sweet drinks, so, and I think there's plenty of sugar in your ginger beer. So we've got our bourbon, gin, and lime juice in the shaker with ice. Shake it up. And so, I'm going to split it between the glasses here. So the long bar at the Shepherd Hotel where the British officers hung out has been compared to Rick's Cafe Americain in Casablanca because it was in the same North African. So this is Trader Joe's ginger beer. Shout out to Dave McLaughlin, who's purveyor of all things Trader Joe's. So you just want to top it up with your ginger beer. Do about there. You'll leave a little room for your garnishes. Then we're going to garnish with an orange wheel. Oh, I might not have left enough room. There's an orange wheel. And then a mint sprig. It's a big mint sprig. Then, since it's the suffering bastard for your hangover, we need our little friends here to help. I'm spilling it all over the place, aren't I? To help hold our straws in place, because we're going to need all the help we can get. Okay, there is the suffering bastard. Good for what ails you. Hopefully it fixes
Hopefully I can get it.
broken eye sockets. Oh, your socket's not broken, but
Good?
that will cure what ails you. That is good.
Nice.
Very tasty. Cheers.